What if one simple shift could change everything in your life? Have you ever felt stuck, like you're fighting an uphill battle every day? Do you find yourself wishing things were different, constantly pushing against the flow of life? If so, you're not alone. Many of us struggle with accepting our current reality, always wanting something more or different. But what if the key to unlocking a happier, more fulfilling life was right in front of us all along? Today, we're going to explore a powerful concept that has the potential to revolutionize your life: acceptance. This isn't about giving up or settling for less. It's about understanding a fundamental truth that can free you from unnecessary suffering and open doors to new possibilities. Acceptance is often misunderstood and overlooked. We live in a world that constantly tells us to strive for more, to change ourselves and our circumstances. While growth and improvement are important, there's a crucial balance we often miss. True change and growth often begin with accepting where we are right now. But what exactly is acceptance? It's the willingness to see things as they are, without trying to change them immediately. It's about acknowledging our current reality without judgment. This doesn't mean we can't work towards change, but it does mean we stop resisting what is already here. Many people confuse acceptance with giving up or being passive. This couldn't be further from the truth. Acceptance is an active process that requires courage and strength. It's about facing reality head-on, rather than hiding from it or pretending it's different. Let's clear up some common misconceptions about acceptance. It doesn't mean you have to like everything that happens to you. It doesn't mean you approve of injustice or harmful behavior. And it certainly doesn't mean you stop trying to improve your life. Instead, acceptance is about acknowledging the truth of your current situation, which is the first step in making any real change. The power of acceptance lies in its ability to free up our mental and emotional energy. When we stop fighting against reality, we can redirect that energy towards positive action. Think about how much time and effort you spend wishing things were different. Now imagine using all that energy to work with your current situation instead of against it. Scientific research supports the benefits of acceptance. Studies in psychology have shown that people who practice acceptance tend to have lower levels of stress and anxiety. They're better equipped to handle life's challenges and setbacks. Acceptance has been linked to improved mental health, better relationships, and even physical well-being. One study found that people who practiced acceptance were able to cope better with chronic pain. Another showed that acceptance-based therapies were effective in treating depression and anxiety. These findings highlight how powerful this simple shift in perspective can be. But how do we know if we're resisting reality? There are several signs to look out for. Do you often find yourself saying this shouldn't be happening or it's not fair? Do you spend a lot of time replaying past events, wishing they had turned out differently? Do you feel constantly frustrated or angry about your circumstances? These can all be indicators that you are fighting against reality rather than accepting it. The costs of non-acceptance can be high. When we resist what is, we create unnecessary suffering for ourselves. We waste energy on things we can't change, leaving us feeling drained and powerless. Non-acceptance can lead to chronic stress, which has been linked to numerous health problems. It can strain our relationships as we project our frustrations onto others. And perhaps most importantly, it keeps us stuck, unable to move forward and make positive changes in our lives. So how can we cultivate acceptance? It's a skill that can be learned and improved with practice. One powerful technique is mindfulness. This involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By observing our thoughts and feelings without trying to change them, we can learn to accept them as they are. A simple mindfulness exercise you can try is to take a few minutes each day to sit quietly and observe your breath. Notice the sensation of breathing without trying to control it. When thoughts come up, acknowledge them and gently return your focus to your breath. This practice can help you develop a more accepting attitude towards your experiences. Another practical exercise is to start noticing your language. Pay attention to how often you use phrases like should or shouldn't. These often indicate resistance to reality. try replacing them with more accepting language. For example, instead of saying "this shouldn't be happening," try "this is happening, and I can handle it." Acceptance can have a profound impact on our relationships. When we practice acceptance, we stop trying to change others and instead learn to appreciate them as they are. This doesn't mean we tolerate harmful behavior, but it does mean we let go of unrealistic expectations. In relationships, acceptance can reduce conflict and resentment. When we accept our partner, friend, or family member for who they are, we create space for genuine connection. We stop wasting energy on futile attempts to change them and instead focus on understanding and appreciating them. This doesn't mean we never communicate our needs or set boundaries. In fact, acceptance can make these conversations more effective. When we come from a place of acceptance, we're more likely to express ourselves calmly and clearly, without blame or criticism. Acceptance can also transform our experience at work. Many of us spend a significant portion of our lives at our jobs, and it's common to face challenges and frustrations in this area. By practicing acceptance, we can boost our productivity and job satisfaction. When we accept the realities of our work situation, we stop wasting energy complaining or wishing things were different. Instead, we can focus on what we can control and take positive action. This might mean finding creative solutions to problems, improving our skills, or even looking for a new job if necessary. Acceptance at work also helps us deal with challenging situations more effectively. Whether it's a difficult colleague, a demanding boss, or a stressful project, acceptance allows us to approach these challenges with a clearer mind. We can respond thoughtfully rather than reacting emotionally. One of the most powerful aspects of acceptance is its role in personal growth. Many of us have limiting beliefs that hold us back from reaching our full potential. These might be beliefs about our abilities, our worth, or what's possible for us. By practicing acceptance, we can start to recognize these beliefs for what they are, just thoughts, not absolute truths. When we accept ourselves as we are, including our flaws and imperfections, we create a solid foundation for growth. We can acknowledge our strengths and weaknesses honestly, without harsh self-judgment. This self-acceptance allows us to take risks and try new things, knowing that our worth doesn't depend on always succeeding. Acceptance opens up new possibilities because it frees us from the constraints of our expectations. When we let go of rigid ideas about how things should be, we become more open to unexpected opportunities. We might discover new paths we never considered before. While the concept of acceptance is powerful, putting it into practice can be challenging. It's natural to encounter obstacles along the way. One common challenge is the fear that acceptance means giving up. Remember, accepting your current reality doesn't mean you can't work towards change. It's simply about acknowledging where you are right now. Another obstacle can be deeply ingrained habits of resistance. We often learn from a young age to fight against things we don't like. Changing this habit takes time and patience. Be gentle with yourself as you learn this new skill. Sometimes, acceptance can bring up difficult emotions. When we stop resisting reality, we might have to face feelings we've been avoiding. This can be uncomfortable, but it's a crucial part of the process. These emotions often hold important information, and facing them can lead to significant breakthroughs. To overcome these obstacles, it's helpful to start small. Practice accepting minor annoyances in your daily life. As you get more comfortable with the process, you can tackle bigger challenges. Remember that acceptance is a skill that improves with practice. It's also important to surround yourself with supportive people as you work on developing acceptance. Share your journey with trusted friends or family members. Consider joining a mindfulness group or working with a therapist who can guide you through this process. As you cultivate acceptance in your own life, you'll likely notice a ripple effect. Your changed attitude can influence those around you in positive ways. When you're less reactive and more accepting, it creates a calmer environment for everyone. Your relationships may improve as people respond to your more peaceful energy. This ripple effect can extend beyond your immediate circle. As you become more accepting, you might find yourself more compassionate towards others in general. This can lead to positive changes in your community. You might become more involved in volunteer work or simply spread kindness in your daily interactions. To make acceptance a lasting change in your life, it's important to incorporate it into your daily routine. Start your day with a brief mindfulness practice. Take a few deep breaths and set an intention to approach the day with acceptance. Throughout the day, pause regularly to check in with yourself. Notice if you're resisting anything and gently remind yourself to accept what is. End your day with a reflection practice. Think about moments when you practiced acceptance and how it affected your experience. Also, notice times when you struggled with acceptance. Don't judge yourself for these moments, but use them as opportunities to learn and grow. Remember, the goal isn't to achieve perfect acceptance all the time. It's an ongoing practice, and there will always be challenges. The key is to keep coming back to it, especially when things are difficult. As we come to the end of this exploration of acceptance, I invite you to consider how this concept might apply to your own life. What areas of your life do you struggle to accept? How might your experience change if you could accept these things as they are right now? I encourage you to start your own acceptance practice today. Begin with something small and manageable. Notice the difference it makes in how you feel and how you interact with the world around you. As you become more comfortable with acceptance, you can apply it to bigger areas of your life. Remember, this isn't about passivity or giving up on your dreams. It's about creating a solid foundation from which real change can happen. By accepting where you are now, you free up the energy to move forward in a powerful way. Acceptance has the potential to change your life completely. It can reduce stress, improve your relationships, boost your productivity, and open up new possibilities you never imagined. It's a simple concept, but it requires practice and patience to implement. As you go forward from here, carry this message with you: you have the power to change your life by changing how you relate to it. Acceptance is the key that can unlock a more peaceful, fulfilling, and authentic way of living. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of acceptance. I hope you found value in these ideas and that they inspire you to approach life with a more accepting attitude. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to practice acceptance and to experience the freedom and peace it can bring. Your journey with acceptance starts now, in this very moment. What will you choose to accept today? How might this simple shift change your experience? The power is in your hands. Take that first step towards acceptance, and watch as your life begins to transform in beautiful and unexpected ways.